All right. What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King here, my man Bearded Beanie Guy,
What
here with
up?
another upload to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that like button, please hit that sub button, please hit that bell notifications if you are new. Welcome to Rumble Rage TV and Bearded Beanie Guy's channel. This is how we do Raging Rebels. Make some noise.
Stop me. Stop. What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the podcast. I'm enjoying this. I'm
Yeah,
feeling this, man. I'm liking this a lot.
I most definitely am too, man. I hope y'all enjoying it too. So now, as y'all know, this is Top Grappler. And with Top Grappler, we're going to talk wrestling, nothing but wrestling, and all wrestling, so help us God. You understand what I'm saying?
That's it.
So with that being said, we're going to start off with the most recent pay-per-view from a major wrestling company known as AEW Revolution. Now, with that being said, AEW Revolution, all in all, before we get into the matches, Beanie, how would you rate the show on a scale of 1 to 10? Before we even just from start to finish, before we ain't gonna talk about the matches that went on right yet. Not just yet. How do you rate the show? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best.
I'd give it a solid 9. There was a few things that I didn't like, but the show as a whole was all good up until the very end.
You know what?
It just killed it, my nigga. You can't. That's Hell in a Cell level botch right there, bro.
Hell in a Cell 2018. We talking
about Seth Rollins and fucking Fiend.
Oh man!
Like, what the hell just happened right there? What the hell? Who in the back was like, cut it, give it to Seth and Christ, end it, just pile them in chairs and all kinds of junk, whatever.
Yeah.
Hit them with 19. Oh my god, we ain't even gonna.
Yeah. So with that ending, before we talk about the very ending of the show, I think we should start off from the beginning of the show, right? AEW Revolution, y'all know what it is. If I had to rate it, I'd give it about a solid 8, solid 9 myself for the exact same reasons why the ending killed it. We're gonna get into that. But starting off the show, what man started off the show again? I don't want to get it wrong. What man started off the show again?
I think they went with that battle royal, that tag team battle royal.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was that. I want to say that I won't be wrong, but I know that I didn't come into it until the match before the ladder match.
Okay.
So that's when I came into it, but I watched the highlights of everything, of all of it.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so with that tag, what'd you think about the tag match, man? What'd you think about that?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the way that it had it, that it was set up. Like, it was set up generally like a tag team battle royale match would be set up, and that's kind of something that I'm hoping they incorporate in the video games, because you know what I'm saying. Like, having a tag team battle royale match, you got like, first of all, AEW for having 14 tag teams.
Wow, 14, y'all.
All of them was in that match. And it came down to Jungle Boy, Pac, and Ray Phoenix. And Jungle Boy managed to get Pac over, and it boiled down to a damn good one-on-one match that I hope is coming in the future between Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy. Because, man, look, Luke Perry got to be a proud papa in heaven right now, dude. Looking down on this dude. I enjoy watching Jungle Boy. He is one of them ones who you would have been like, what? Luke Perry, son, a wrestler. Luke Perry from 90210. You know what I'm saying? Luke Perry, whatever. I forgot what show that was he did last. I watched it. Me and Samantha watched it. I get the name to you. But it was a good show that he was in. I think it was the Archie show on WB, the one that spinoff called. I don't know what it's called. I don't fucking know. Y'all know the Archie show is Archie, based on the comic book Archie. He was in that show. Then he died. You know what I'm saying? And then this is right around the time Jungle Boy was coming up. Man, that dude done grown. Like, he is like on the level of like, damn son, that was quick. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like you ready? You good? Give him some TV time. I can see him ready for a championship, but
Yeah.
he still got his team with him, and I don't know what they gonna do with Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt, that boy, is that dude still 12? I
I
think
don't
that
know.
dude's 12 years old, dude.
He sure built like a 12-year
They
old.
be beating him up, bruh. They
Yeah,
be,
he takes a beating for
but
sure.
yeah, they end up Phoenix ended up winning that for his tag team. And his tag team now gets a shot at the tag team champions.
Mm, I like that. I like that.
It didn't matter if one of them got eliminated. I think like I say, I think those kind of matches are like that. It's just the way that the other company pulls them off is weird. It's like they get rid of more motherfuckers than they should at the same time. It's like, bro, we know Ray Phoenix and Pac alone are dangerous, but
Mm,
Ray Phoenix and Pac together, that's a good thing. Plus, they got Penta ass off chasing the TNT championship.
mm-hmm.
That's a trio of them dudes right there. So,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But yeah, before we move on, I'm just gonna comment on Jungle Boy real quick. I like Jungle Boy. He's like that likable loser that ends up over time, ends up winning matches and matches. Before you know it, he ends up being that guy with the out of
Daniel Bryan.
nowhere.
That boy got that Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan energy.
yeah, you know what I mean. You just can't help but like him. You know, what I'm saying? No matter how silly the gimmick is, you just can't help but like him because he's a likable guy. He's a nice guy, and I wish nothing but the best for him.
Mhm.
So moving on. What was it?
Let me pull that shit up.
What was it? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Y'all
sorry,
give
y'all.
me a second here. I was pulling it up just now. I was also shopping for a boom. So. I was trying to see but no, I think after that we had I want to say it was the AEW Women's Championship. Shit was wild Sunday. It was a wild night when I came in. I was like, God damn, pay per view.
Which ended up having Sheeta retain
Mm-hmm.
after a wild match, which we all knew she was gonna retain. You know, we all knew Sheeta was gonna retain. You know, she's a good champion right now.
Okay,
Though
so
she
wait a
is a
minute.
big placeholder,
It
she is a
was
nice
the
champion for
next
right now.
match I believe was Riho and Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker and Maki Ito. And
So
yeah, and Britt Baker and them end up knocking that off. So that kind of derails Thunder Rosa's momentum. Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. Your thoughts on Thunder Rosa? Well, your expression says it all on your thoughts on Thunder Rosa.
That's just my thoughts on her beauty, nigga. She's a gorgeous Latina, man. Good
Yeah,
lord,
she
like,
is.
but
She
her
is.
in ring ability, when she has a good ring, somebody in the ring working with her, that's where she truly shines. You know what I'm saying? She's really good. She is actually better than Lita ever was.
Mm.
That's
Bold,
how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm just
bold statement.
that dude. The chick's good, dude. And it's like I say, it's not just her beauty, dude. When you watch people like her in the ring, you can see that they've trained to do this for a long time. When they're in there, they're like, "Nigga, let's go." They're like, I hope you ready because I'm ready. And if you ain't ready and I'm ready, this gonna be an ugly match. Sasha, let me stop. Let me stop, dude. Come on, yeah, Thunder Rosa, man. She that derailed some momentum. I think her and Britt Baker need to really go ahead and squash this. I don't like this long drawn out stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they've been beefing since she got here. I think she had her first shot. She lost. You know what I'm saying? And then she been beefing with Britt for like 4 or 5 months already, and they ain't even had one match. You know, it's been beat downs here and there. You know what I'm saying? But like y'all, maybe that's just AEW's stick. They like building blood feuds, but not every feud needs a blood feud. You know what I'm saying? You start to remember, you start to reminisce on how Britt Baker, what it was to watch a Britt Baker match if you hadn't watched one recently. Yes, she's wrestled maybe 2 or 3 times here in the past month. And I'm sure that's probably her, like, man, look, let me get back in the ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you see Nyla Rose come on back, nigga. I'm just waiting for Chris Statlander to come back because I know what's going to happen. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going to happen. Yeah. But
And we all waiting for that return.
it's going to be hard to just let that happen now because you do have Thunder Rosa, who is a great competitor. And Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander, number one contenders match. Gotta happen. That's pay-per-view quality. Man. They good. They're good, dude. They got talent. Now they starting to build some talent that a nigga see. You know what I'm saying? At first you didn't see anything. That's why you see all these Japanese wrestlers. That's why I was like, bro, you see all these Japanese wrestlers in this tournament? It's nothing against the Japanese wrestlers. They showmen. They're showman wrestlers. I love showman wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and put on a show. It's like, man, look, I watched that one chick, the chick that was in the title match, beat on Nyla Rose's chest like a drum for like 10 minutes. Nigga, I was laughing. I'm like, bro, she actually taking this. This is some good showman shit, nigga. She out there doing the dances. I'm like, come on, man. Nyla, she just over there. What you doing? Trying to help me with my congestion? Stop it. Nyla, stop it. Kill her. But it didn't go down like that, man. It was good They're good matches. They're showman matches. I enjoyed the whole tournament. Don't get me wrong, but I was wondering, where are the AEW alumni? Where are they at? Where are the wrestlers that they built? Most of them fucking injured, bro.
Yeah.
It was a good match. Britt Baker and them pick up the win. Riho, that was a return, dude.
A return.
So, yeah, I don't
know. All right. Moving on. So, real quick,
tag
your
team
thoughts
match
on
was after that.
What happened?
Tag team match, I think, was after that. I believe.
Tag team match.
I
Okay.
think that's where I came in.
Okay. All right. We have already discussed that. And our thoughts on Jungle Boy and that tag team match.
No, the championship match. That's what my bad.
The championship match.
Young Bucks versus MJF and Jericho.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to lead into. So, Young Bucks, Jericho, MJF, the Inner Circle. Your thoughts on that match?
Oh no, I think Jericho finna get kapooted. I ain't gonna lie. I think what we talked about with Jericho, Sammy Guevara leaving and not being on fucking television here, and I'm like, since he left, I think that. After that match, you saw it in the interview. I think Jericho was like, man, we need to rethink our strategy, and I think MJF was like, yeah, motherfucker, we do need to rethink our strategy. We'll let you know what's going on Wednesday night. We're gonna beat your ass up. I started the Inner Circle. Jericho out. Bring back in Sammy. We got a full unit. I don't know how that's gonna sit. Jericho's second loyalist is Jake Hager, right?
Yeah. You would think in this case, but I don't know. You never know. Jake Hager may be Sammy Guevara's big guy now. Because MJF's got Wardlow.
They've been together too, because they was like, yeah. That's what that whole situation with the fucking Inner Circle or get the tag team. Who's gonna be? I think they gonna thin the herd. You have too many. You got too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Like all you need is a two singles competitors in a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, if that's be the case, then you gonna have to. I wouldn't see Sammy coming back just to keep him out of the picture. Not out of the picture, but I don't know. Wardlow's not a bad wrestler. Wardlow could be a TV champion, but you know what I'm saying? That'll lead to some good matches down the line with him, Brian Cage, and shit like that. I ain't never seen those two in the ring put together. You know what I mean? Them some fucking Clydesdales out there kicking you. God damn! Stop! You just taking it, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see that shit, but I don't know what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I can see Jericho getting kicked out. That's the strongest thing I can see. Him getting beat up and put out the Inner Circle. But I don't know where that's going to leave everybody else. I know Santana and Ortiz and them need to go ahead and just leave. They need to be their own thing, dude, so they can get back in the tag team title hunt.
Yeah.
They were in that damn tournament too, but you know what I'm saying? Like they were in there representing the Inner Circle. I think I don't even know if Jake Hager was in there. I don't know, dude.
So not only do you predict that the kicking out of Jericho of the Inner Circle will happen this Wednesday, but do you also think that it's happening to get this is a way to get Jericho out of the way so they can get the young stars, like since they have a new quote unquote leader of the inner circle with MJF, who's nothing more than a young Jericho himself,
You done learned
in
enough.
my
That's
opinion.
how I feel. He looking, man. Look, oh, I done learned enough from you, but god damn it, I can't wrestle with you no more, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you because with the way the match went down, man, you like, you know, Jericho's the one that lost.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Jericho got the Meltzer driver hit on him. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm.
Jericho's, it's not, it's no, it's. I wouldn't be surprised if they were playing on the real life shit that we see. Jericho's getting old. Jericho's getting slow.
Mm.
You may think you can still do this, but you can't. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. It would want you to stay on as MVP status manager. Bring up the champions. You know what I'm saying?
Get on out the way
But
and
get
let
let it yeah, sit on the side and do it. That's cool. Talk that shit. You got the mouth for it.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like represent, like do what Taz doing. Niggas like y'all are supposed to be building young talent. Use is
Yeah,
your endorsement. If you were rolling with these niggas, you endorse these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And that's just the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about the end bones. That's just the
Yeah,
passion.
we ain't worried about that. If y'all worried about it, if y'all worried about a few words being said in here,
You
this is
know,
the wrong
it's
channel.
just yeah.
Grown men talking over here. We're not doing it to be disrespectful or racist. It's just how we talk. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
gonna slip out. I'm pretty sure all of y'all have said it. Just ain't nobody heard you said it. At least we honest about it. All right.
But they beat him clean, and that was all that mattered. With no surprise roll up being to them.
Clean loss still young.
So
So big
yeah,
up to the young bucks. Just
back of
win
the
the league.
line in a circle.
And you predict the turn this Wednesday, and it's gonna be Jericho getting his ass up out the way and letting the young talent have their shot on TV. I agree with that. I do agree with that, and I do hope we see that. I do.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, I gotta ask you something. Your thoughts on Hangman Page versus Broken Matt Hardy? What do you think about that feud right there?
Man, look, bro, I love to see. This is the moment where I love to see a storyline where Matt Hardy is just like suffering, nigga. Like not suffering in that sense. Like we know it's bullshit, but like, bro, you just lost your first quarter year check. That's 3 months. That's 3 months worth of check. That's your paycheck, your merch. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's
Or
coming to you from AEW, that's all going to Hangman Page. Nigga, you gonna be hurting. Well, I mean, if we already into the second, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, we still in the first one. Yeah, you got. I hope you got something saved up, bro.
about
You
to
know what
hope
I'm
them
saying?
WWE
Like
royalty checks are stacked
for
up.
real, dude. Like I'm thinking like seeing him in the storyline where he like stressing out. Then you starting to see him slowly going back to the broken gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Like he tripping and shit. He's run off private parties so they can go. No, what the? I don't know why private parties rolling with Matt Hardy. I never did know. I never understood it. It was whatever. I just ran with it, but I still don't understand it. I think this would be the time for him to split with them because he would be going back to being broken. And I think that also along down this road of him going on being broken, this is where we can get a chance to utilize AEW's newest Hall of Fame worthy talent.
And
Because we
Christian.
can get some fire from some old reignition going between two old tag team rivalries who now single competitors on AEW.
And who have
Christian
both been
Cage
world
versus
champions in
Matt.
their own respective right as well
Like
since then.
that's a rare that you can say it as Christian and bump into Matt and Matt like what you think you better than me now you come over here, you know what I'm saying? Hall of Fame worthy, you know what I'm saying? I'm down on my luck. I lost all my fucking money. Rebby about to leave me, taking the kids, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, dude. Like, nah, Matt, I ain't getting in your shit, but that's just good. That's good television, bro. I'd be into that because of pairing with Christian. That's gonna be. It's there. The chemistry's there. The matches are gonna be good. The story is gonna be even better, and we can use that to take Christian into AEW if he's got more to go. They gonna work well together. They gonna be safe. You know, Matt didn't do this because he was worried about where his career was gonna go, he did this to help Hangman. Hangman needs to be. Hangman is supposed to be a main player. He don't feel like a main player to me, and I want Hangman Page to feel like a main player because Hangman Page utilizes one of my favorite moves, a clothesline, a lariat variation. I don't quite like his, but more times I see him do it, nigga, I can see the momentum. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, bam! Oh, he got me. I was up out my seat when he clocked back Hardy ass. I was like, boom, nigga, 1, 2, Hangman, pick one up. All right, nigga, I'm a fan. There you looking good. You know what I'm saying? Not to me. He had the Dark Order. I don't know what's going on with that. I still ain't seen Big Aaron Rowan or Big Red or whatever they call him. What's going on with him? I don't know.
I have no idea. We saw him for the Brody Lee tribute, and I haven't seen him since. I don't know what's going on with that. I hope everything's okay with him because, like, as we've seen, if you've been watching wrestling for a long time, more times than not, especially here lately in the past 20 years, be sure to check up on your wrestlers, bro. Because when they off TV for a long time, bad things tend, not to say that I'm wishing bad thing. I would never do that. But check up on them just in case because you never know what people are going through off camera. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why I always ask, man, hey, what y'all up to? You see this video? Hit me up. I don't care shit.
Yeah, be sure to check on them, man. But my thoughts on Hangman Page, man, and the reason, and my and this is just my opinion on why he doesn't feel like a main event player, because I agree with you on that. I think ever since, and I do agree that if he would have won that match with Chris Jericho for the first to decide who was going to be the first ever world champion for AEW, even if he would have won, it would have felt like he was pushed too soon. Yeah. But the reason why he hasn't felt like a main event player is because after he lost that match, he hasn't really been he's been relegated to the mid card. You understand what I'm saying? It's like ever since that loss, it's like they've taken him and put him at the bottom so they can build him all the way back up. And I don't think that's a bad way to go about it because I think the guy's I think he's about 28, 29 years old. He's about my age. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the reason why he doesn't feel like that is because he lost that championship match and he hasn't been put in a championship. He hasn't been put on, main event status just yet because he hasn't had matches on the main event just yet. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he made a team with Kenny Omega, but he didn't really need to do that. We all understand why they did that for those championships. But to me, he doesn't feel like a main event player because he hasn't been put in a position to be a main event player yet. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they took him, all right, we want to build him all the way from the ground up. And I'm going to say this to wrestling companies too. I know a lot of y'all that's in the business now have forgotten more about the business in a day than I would probably ever learn in this lifetime. But in AEW's case, once a guy loses in the championship match, you don't have to tear him all the way back down to build him right back up. Honestly, you don't have to put him all the way in the back of the line. What you can do is you can put him in another feud with another high profile guy, and then just have that feud, and then make sure he wins that next feud with another high profile guy. So you don't have to build him and push him all the way to the bottom. So he doesn't feel like, well, he felt good this time, but then now as I'm seeing him, you know what I mean? I'm starting to lose interest. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it. Y'all feel different about it. That's just my opinion about it.
Yeah. So I guess it's the end of that. I guess that's the end of that. I'm assuming he's gonna join the Dark Order or take over the Dark Order now.
Yeah, we still waiting to see what's gonna go on with that, huh?
He hugging on him after the match and everything. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much kept his ass from taking a flat back to the pavement when he got knocked out by smacked by Matt. Yeah, they kind of like, what you call that? When you jump on the crowd. Mosh pitted that nigga. They mosh pit him. Hey, pushed him back on the roof. It's like, really? And Matt come turning back around. Bam! I was like, y'all some motherfuckers.
And the Dark Order, ever since the passing of the late Brody Lee, R.I.P., they do need a leader.
Oh yeah,
and honestly,
they've been searching for him. They've been asking him for a minute.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Hangman Page do it. I just honestly hope they don't do him the same way they've been doing Mustafa Ali with Retribution. And honestly, with the Dark Order, especially with the passing of Brody Lee, and you've got Matt Hardy sitting right there, I'm surprised they haven't asked Matt Hardy to do it.
Well, the Dark Order, I can see the Dark Order dropping the Dark Order thing and becoming some kind of a posse. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't need the wrestlers themselves don't need to part away from each other. They just need
Yeah,
a gimmick since the origin
I think the Dark
the,
Order
lead, the
thing.
original leader isn't here anymore, right?
I think the Dark Order thing don't work without Brody Lee.
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say, because if you have to go through all this to try to figure out who would fit in the group to elevate the group, then either rather than split them, they need to become a different faction. On the Hangman Page, they can become some kind of rebels or some kind of, you know what I'm saying? A posse or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he is,
Hangman Gang or
yeah,
something
you
like
know what I'm saying? Like
that.
a gang or something. You know what I mean? They
He
can change up
outlaws
their
or some
colors. They
shit.
rocking fucking leather vests and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it'd be like a Red Dead
Fucking,
posse.
you
This
got,
motherfucker. That'd be
you
badass,
know what I'm
bro.
saying? You got new Benoit over there and Stu Grayson. You know what I'm saying? That little short motherfucker, boy, he be on some super speed shit after a little. I be the little orange be moving. I be like, bro, what the hell is this little bitch? Dude, stop him! He's a kid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they got some talent on the group. Two big dudes over there, and you got to look at, like, I wouldn't take anything away from -1. You still gonna be part of the group. You still gonna roll with the group. We just gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go ahead and drop all this other stuff and shoot, we gonna take the group in a new direction. But
Yeah,
if you
but you
don't
got
want to
all the
do
time in
that,
the world, bro. You got all the time in the world.
yeah,
Still,
if you
still,
don't want to do that, I can understand. It's just that this gonna have whatever you do is going to have to work with Adam Page.
I agree.
It's going to have to work. Whether he's the Dark Horseman for the group, you know what I'm saying? Something.
Dark Horseman, the Dark Horseman. You may be onto
You
something
know what
right
I
there.
mean? Like you send this boy after motherfuckers, and
Mm.
he wrangle gold. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know what I mean?
Dark Horseman to have a black stallion as their
You
emblem.
know
And
what I'm
shit. I
saying?
think
He
you may be
actually,
onto
yeah,
something, man. I think
dude.
you may got something.
I'm
You may
just
got
saying,
something right there.
this is me doing what I sit here and do when I play my game, dude. I was sitting. That's why I said I was thinking about putting together a whole different show of my own, bringing on all the talent, and then we gonna do something. I like that shit. I sit here and do it. Why not talk about it? I'm sharing my opinions. I think this is the best thing to do. He has to fit in that group, or that group has to fit with him.
So you think that would be the one thing he needs to put him over the top? You think he has to go heel first in order for people to truly embrace him
No,
as a
I just
mainstay
think that
champion, or you just think he
because
just
those
could
guys.
you
Go ahead.
go ahead? My bad.
No,
No,
go
go ahead.
ahead. I was interrupting you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, could you honestly see the Dark Order maybe going face? Say they turn into we just throwing a name out here. We're not saying this. Say the Dark Horseman, right? They turn the Dark Order into the Dark Horseman, and now Adam Hangman Page is their new leader, right?
Yeah.
Do you see that would be? Do you see those guys turning face and making that work if it's booked correctly? Like have a bunch of outlaws just going out there busting beer bottles over people's heads, and
I
you
mean,
know what I mean,
shit.
having
I wouldn't even. That'd
little
be
toy revolvers and shit, spurs and
APA
boots.
levels of shit right there. They'd have to literally dig into the book of APA because you got to think when the APA was doing their thing, the APA were neutral. They were neutral. Nigga. You pay us to go and beat motherfuckers up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. So it didn't matter who we was going to beat up. We was going to beat them up, whether they was good
Hangman.
guys or bad guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have that. They be like mercenaries or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a gang of horse.
Hangman's hitman.
You know what I'm
Hangman's
saying? Something.
hitman.
Whatever they do is gonna have to fit because they all those dudes have kind of dropped the heavy heel Dark Order stuff. They're kind of they more comical now. You know, it's not comical in the sense that they jokes, like comical as the stuff, the way that they treat things. They're happy. You know what I'm saying? They there for they a gang. They there for each other. They got each other's back. That's not the that's more than just the signs of a heel group. That's a sign of a can be a something else. You can grow into something because of the way they are. If they wanted to make it heel, you're gonna have to lose some parts of it.
You're gonna have to drop -1 probably because that's the one reason why
Why it
Brody Lee's
seems like
death
that.
is where the heel shit kind of stopped after Brody Lee's passing, and then you bring a son into it. That's kind of why the heel shit kind of stopped. If you
Yeah.
notice,
It's
that's
like
when they
they
started.
entertaining him right now, but at
Yeah,
some point he gonna have to get back to work, little dude. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Eventually, you got to start getting paid again, man.
Can't keep keeping you out of school so you can just ride on the road. Me, you know, whether we in one place or not. You know, it's that's too much to be on a kid who needs to live his own life. He might actually want to be a wrestler, but he still needs to find himself. So
Yeah, definitely. So moving on, moving on. Here's a quick question, real quick. I got one for you. Christian Cage. We're just gonna call him Christian Cage. Christian in WWE for WWE fans out there. Christian Cage. The signing of Christian Cage to AEW. He is now officially all elite. Here's a question I got for you, and I need you to be honest with me. Do you honestly think that in the illustrious career of Christian, do you honestly think that Christian is a Hall of Famer?
Bro, it's
Do
fucked
you
up
think
that
that he should
nobody
be a
knows.
Hall of Famer?
It's
And
kind of
if
fucked up
yes,
that,
why?
yeah, I mean, when you sit back and think about the people that they have let in the Hall of Fame who don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Drew Carey.
I mean, I'm talking about. I understand that that's a day that we have a celebrity wing and whatnot, but when it comes to wrestlers, like I can't really just say that. I mean, dude, I guess time passes fast, and I just don't pay attention to it when it's right there on screen. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion, and I think some wrestlers shouldn't even be in Hall of Fame right now,
Would
especially.
you mind giving us a few names? Because
I
I
mean,
can think of
shit,
a few.
I'd have to. I couldn't think of any right off the top of my head, but I'd had most of. Shit. I'd have to say some of them would be women, and that ain't nothing too against women. It's just y'all's careers weren't long enough. Maybe they. I don't know. There's some careers what. That's what. Let's put it like this, and it goes for both men and women. Some of y'all's careers weren't long enough in the eyes of the people who've only watched WWE when you showed up. I don't feel like at the moment at that you may have been around on the indie circuit, and that's not to take anything from how much you put into your career to get to that moment. I just think that when you got to WWE, you got used up so fast that you had to go ahead and retire, and you ended up in the Hall of Fame. Edge, you understand what I'm saying? You come back now because you thought you lost, and now is the time that they gonna try to give you to put some, get that back in your career. That's the same thing that happened to Christian. They were he had all the concussions. It's a serious thing. That's what the problem is now. That's what makes it dangerous for him to be in the ring now. But that's why I say if they just long as they if as long as they give him competition who can work with him safely, then he can go. Same thing with Edge. You don't need Roman Reigns to try to over push this heel thing and fuck around and break Edge's neck. You know what I'm saying? On some bullshit. You're like, oh my god, oh fuck, I'm fucking sorry. That kid's something the head of the table came and fixed. You know what I'm saying, bro? You still with the head of the table shit? Seriously, nigga? You know what I mean? Like you
So
gotta.
the
I just don't.
so mhm.
I don't think. I think Christian is worthy of being in the Hall of Fame. Just as a simple fact of how much he's given. You know what I'm saying? The man, like all them that's Daniel Bryan type shit. Concussions. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous shit. You fuck around, get hit in that ring, get take a wrong bump, and not get up. And then people don't understand how serious that shit is with wrestling. It's serious. The shit may be fake as far as how it flows, but you ain't finna fake gravity. If a motherfucker go up and you miss him and he falls the wrong way, nigga, yes, you know what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be good. Shit, damn near happened to Carmella when fucking Sasha fucking Banks almost missed her. Scorpion on the outside of the damn ring. Oh shit, you okay? Yeah. You know, I'm sure that's how it went down. God damn, Sasha. Yeah, fuck. Why can't you just get me back in the ring and finish this shit? Goddamn. So yeah, Christian the guy. I think Christian should be in the Hall of Fame. Christian's been around long enough. Christian pays dues. And I think that's why they put it like that. I think that's why they worded it like that. They worded it like that because it's the truth, man. Christian should be in there with his friend. If you gonna eventually let Jeff Hardy in the motherfucking with the Hall of Fame, then you gonna have to let Matt in too. You can't just split shit up. You can't take history and throw it away. We ain't gonna even say that name. You know what I mean?
I will Chris Benoit,
You
but
can't you can't just throw history away. I was there, seen it with my own two eyes at the time.
I watched it live too. Goddamn it!
Yeah.
I was one of the first moments of wrestling that actually made me cry tears of joy. But when it comes to Christian, I'm not gonna really give too much on my opinion on that because that's a whole separate video I have planned on. Why? And to answer the question, I do believe that Christian should have been in the Hall of Fame, especially when you got teams like Team 3D, the Dudley Boys are already in there.
Oh yeah,
It's already in there.
Hey,
You've left out Christian when Christian was right with those guys in those TLC matches. Christian has been a world champion on every fucking until he got to AEW. He's been a world champion on every promotion he's been on. I can go on and on. That's for a whole nother separate video.
He was a multiple time Intercontinental champion. If y'all wanted to, whether y'all wanted to give him that world championship or not, it didn't matter. He was a world champion. He deserved that time to shine, and he was good when he died. All right, Christian champion. All right, he even played a good heel.
And I think I'm gonna just close it on this because, like I said, I want to do a whole nother separate video on this because I want to give Christian the proper appreciation that I feel that he not only deserves, but he has earned throughout the years. There's 20 plus years of wrestling, at least that I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's been longer than that. I do believe that Christian is the single most underrated wrestler that has been world champion, if not only in WWE's history, but in wrestling history, at least in our time. At least in the past couple generations. And that's how I'm gonna just leave it on the Christian subject on my end. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on that. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna do a whole nother separate video on that and give my own personal thoughts on why I think Christian should have already been in the Hall of Fame, let alone be in the Hall of Fame. So we're gonna close out the AEW pay-per-view with this because another one of the other few things, one of the other many interesting things that happened. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. The AEW World Championship match. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. Great match until that dreaded ending, which we alluded to earlier. I'm gonna let Benny attack this first because I got a whole lot I can say on that right now.
I mean, I knew what kind of. I'm glad I knew what kind of match it was because it made it easier to watch.
So yeah, let's talk about the type of match first before we talk about that. Let's walk through the match. The type of match, the barbed wire death match, right? What did you think about that type of match?
I mean, shit, it looked convincing.
Looked convincing.
It looked convincing. I mean, I can see what they was going for, but I to do it. It was interesting. Like I say, I'm glad it was the kind of match that it was because one, I wanted to see if Kenny was gonna be able to go through it, and two, I don't know what the hell I expected from John. I expected his ass to get electrocuted numerous times. I don't know what the hell I was expecting, dude. I mean, I don't know. It was a good match though. Up until that fucking when they got that. I mean, despite the fact that they did more stunts and bits through barbed wire and touching the ropes and corners and shit, it was really not much of the exploding part up until the fucking. All right, yeah, good match, nice and bloody, like you know what I'm saying. It was a good match. It was a good bloody match as expected.
My whole thing about the match is look, don't get me wrong. I understand these guys are putting their body on the line. And to be honest with you, if I was a wrestler, I wouldn't want anything exploding around my ass too much either while I'm trying to perform. Because you know what? My body itself, me existing is what gets me paid. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in the world of wrestling. But with that being said,
see, I don't see Kenny doing any more of those.
And I was just alluding to that. I was like, with that being said, though the match was what it was, I do not want to see that kind of match anymore.
I don't think Kenny gonna do it no more. I think it's on to regular shit, ladder matches, cage matches.
Keep it to the street fights, keep it to the regular weapons.
Because that was some Jon Moxley shit if I ever seen it. That's a good way to write him off, though.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, if you're gonna advertise something, especially with the word specifying exploding, there needs to be explosions somewhere.
Suitable explosions.
You understand what I'm saying? There needs to be believable explosions. Hence the reason why if y'all gonna try it again, y'all need to execute it. But I think the thought was there. The thought was nice, but the execution was poor at the very end. Especially because I mean, y'all know Kenny Omega won the match, but what didn't make sense to me and what killed it for me, other than just the ending of the match, was how it ended and Eddie Kingston, of all people,
Dude, that wasn't
not Renee Paquette, not you know what I mean.
I think that's just setting up the next bit of filler for Kenny, because now John, I mean, we're gonna be gone, but Eddie's still there, and he ain't gonna take lightly to what he did. You know what I'm saying? So.
But why Eddie Kingston going out there to save him? And even I thought Eddie Kingston was prepared to be one of your biggest heels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would he play? Why would y'all turn him face? And then why would y'all turn him face like that?
Because they friends.
So y'all, they've been frenemies this whole time. I could have swore
that's what it was. That's what it was. You the badass. I'm the badass motherfucker. I know you, nigga. Well, I know you too. Well, let's get it on. Let's get. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can whoop your ass, but ain't nobody else whoop your ass. Got the old brother love thing going on.
He almost killed you. Enough is enough, Kenny. I want a title match. Whoa. How you gonna come out here and ask for a title match, but you came out here to defend this nigga's honor? What?
Right? Like, what have you done since you lost what have you done since you've lost that world championship match to John? I haven't seen you win too much in the ring since then. I haven't seen you go up against too many high profile guys since then. You see what I'm saying? He just kind of I see what you mean by what you're saying, about they just kind of, it's just a filler to see who else they gonna build up to face Kenny Omega next. I get it. I
feel him. That's no disrespect to Eddie. He's
none at all.
Good wrestler, a good performer. I like Eddie. I'm glad they brought him in, because now he feels that void that John gonna be out. John got a baby all the way. He need to be next to Renee's side. They do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They get ready to. It's hard. We see it all the time. Life gonna always impede. You know what I'm saying? Career, because it's more important. You know, in the end.
Of course, unless your name is John Cena. But yeah, you get it. 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 So, again, great show. Poorly executed ending, but as I said, you can only do so much in an exploding death match.
Before we go.
Speak to us.
Scorpio Sky won that ladder match. The face of the Revolution ladder match. He won that, and that match was just a big old middle finger to WWE and they Money in the Bank concept, and putting a big old gold hemorrhoid tube at the top of the ladder.
They call it a brass ring, but it was
a brass ring. He gets up there, he gets it, and he now has a championship match against a man who I don't even believe is alive at this moment, because Darby Allin threw himself from a third-story fucking building on down through Brian Cage through the second floor into the first floor. Those two might be dead. And Sting further killed Ricky Starks, and he might have injured the shit out of Will Hobbs because he blew his knee completely out with that bat. So yeah, that's gonna.
My apologies for that, people. My apologies.
Nah, you good? I just had to touch on that, man, and yeah, that's that, man. That can't be that boy just do it. That was the end of the. I say, Randy, this nigga gonna throw himself off the top of this building. I guarantee it. Show fucking enough when that dude.
Damn it, Darby.
How you gonna defend the belt Wednesday? You can't even walk.
Right?
You know? So we might end up with I don't know. We might end up with a new TNT champion next week.
Would you like to? Do you think it's Scorpio Sky's time to show everybody what he can do?
Or? Came in there and took that shit like, nigga, you're winning a title no matter what. I don't care. Go out there and fight. The way it was the way it ended as if, okay, we only out here to see you climb the ladder, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it felt, because he was up there the majority of the time, and they even said it on commentary. They was like, Scorpion Sky has been next to that damn brass ring so many times in this match. Yeah, he spent the most time up there. Of course, because it's just alluded. It's was a play on how fucking driven he was to get that. He's been saying it for weeks. He is the face of the Revolution. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Kazarian and fucking Christopher Daniels, SCU done been split. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
they
on
just they
there.
disappeared like a black
Yeah,
sitcom in the '90s. Then they ain't get a final episode, final match, nothing. They just disappeared. Huh?
So yeah, that happened like that, and then of course Scorpio Sky ain't finna just let the talent go to waste. He one of the first signings of the damn show, so you definitely finna get a championship.
And he's in his prime too right now. So why not capitalize on it, man? Show
Yeah,
that
the boy
talent. Show
got
that
it.
talent.
He got the shine right now. Let him put some.
And I like the new gimmick they're giving him too. I don't know why I like seeing a cocky Scorpio Sky versus I don't know Scorpio Sky to
He ain't
me.
never lost it. He just had people with him.
Yeah,
He had Scorpio. He had Frankie Kazarian and Coach Christopher Daniels there.
yeah.
Kazarian, I mean, Chris, you're old, bro. Put the suit on. Go backstage.
I was just
Kazarian.
gonna say, is that what SCU did
Yeah,
with Kazarian and Christopher Daniels?
Kazarian, on the other hand, I compare Kazarian to Randy Orton. He need time on his own to build and do his own thing.
I could agree with that.
And then Scorpio Sky is doing what Scorpio Sky doing. He young, he talented, he got energy. Give him a championship. He might not just take the championship from Darby, but I see him getting that belt sometime soon. I wouldn't be surprised.
Matches. He definitely need to be in some championship matches.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that belt this Wednesday, considering that Darby Allin just threw himself off a 3-story building. That's all I'm saying.
He probably need time to recover because he is human.
That would be the storyline right
there. You need time off. Just go in there, had his 15-minute match with Scorpio, let him have a belt. You take you about 2-3 weeks to a month off.
Maybe fucking Brian Cage come out there and interfere and shit or something. You know what I'm saying? Or something. Cost you the belt. It wouldn't even hurt. I don't want to see Darby just thrown to the side. Mm-hmm. But considering what the hell I did see, I would not be surprised. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Scorpio Sky walked away with the championship. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that.
And Brian Cage needs to be in championship matches here in this.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that FTW championship, but if y'all need to legitimize that shit and make it a hardcore style championship.
Either legitimize it or drop that championship. Stop wasting your time with Brian Cage. That is a Wolverine. He is in the prime of his career. Let that man go, and he's got Taz in his corner who can speak for him when he don't want to use his own mic skills. Yep. So, with that being said,
pair up Ricky Starks with your son and let them take off.
Thank you. Let Ricky Starks run after that FTW championship. If you're not gonna drop it, legitimize that shit or drop it, and let Brian Cage loose and let him be one of the motherfuckers going after that AEW World Championship. You don't need to be on Brian Cage is not a mid carder. That is an A+ player.
Yeah, you don't need to be beefing with Brian with Scorpio Sky after this because all it's gonna seem to do it's gonna seem all it seems like you're doing is chasing a real championship. You pulling a moose. You walking around here with a belt that don't mean nothing, really don't mean nothing, but you telling everybody to do. But you ain't defending it, and it ain't getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least Moose was defending the TNA World Championship. That's what's kind of confusing about his story, because you think that, well, shit, if he's defending that must be a real belt.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't even defending this, Brian. Put that shit down. Give it on to Taz, but bro, appreciate it. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying?
After that World Championship and stop playing around.
You want to really represent me? Put me in a title match, man. You been here since the beginning too, Nick. You know
exactly. Y'all need a big man on a big stage, and y'all got one. Go put Brian Cage in the World Championship. He needs to be at the bottom. He needs to be at main event stage. He needs to be main eventing some house shows and some TV shows from now on. There's no reason why Brian Cage should be a mid-carder right now. None at all. And that's all I got to say on that. Beanie, any final thoughts on AEW Revolution?
AEW has been wrapped up, sued the booty. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be just a little bit of a longer episode, so if you're hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe. Drop some comments down below on what you believe and what your opinions and thoughts were on AEW Revolution. And yeah, shit, I'm down to talk for another hour about Raw because I don't.
Monday Night Raw.
Why it feels like when they take steps forward, they take steps back. And I don't even understand why or how, or even when we start going over the matches, I'll figure it out. It'll all come back to me. But yeah, let's jump into it. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, man.
You good? Let's speak on Monday Night Raw because I'm gonna just get this out the way now. I don't know who the hell is booking Raw, but whatever you're doing, you're inconsistent, baby. because you can't have Bobby Lashley come out there and win a championship last week and say you're gonna have this big championship celebration for him, and the only thing you're celebrating was him going out and squashing the Miz for 10 minutes. And then we don't see nothing of him after the show after that of the show after that. I thought when you celebrate a champion, there's supposed to be all kind of confetti. There's supposed to be some. So all we supposed to be hearing from him. Also, he's supposed to be back there eating scrimps, eating caviar. You know what I'm saying? Having a pretty bitch feed him strawberries with motherfucking whipped cream on them.
They showed
bad bitch Lana sitting in his lap. You know what I'm saying? Because she clearly ain't sitting in Miro's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, bro. You just have him go out there, squash the Miz, and then disappear. That is your champion. Why are you treating him like he just won the Intercontinental Championship when this man has waited 16 years to win the WWE Championship, and you don't lay out the red carpet for this man? But you did for the table.
Yeah, you was.
Come on, man. What are your thoughts?
Reigns got like 3 or 4 segments on SmackDown, boy.
And he don't even speak on but maybe 5 seconds on each and every last one of them collectively. So can you please explain to me, give me your thoughts on how the hell they claim it's going to be a celebration for their champion, but they don't celebrate them? How does that happen? How does that happen, Benny? Speak to me, my bro. How does that
happen? Right. Only reason I can say that this happened is it's called tying up loose ends. Let's just look at how it goes. I didn't expect it. I didn't even know how it was going down. I tuned in and was like, okay, let's go. First match of the show, Bobby Lashley, Miz, WWE Championship match. First shot of the show was earlier today when they got to the Willis fucking arena. Bobby walking in, looking good, give a dominant promo. You ready? And then the match starts. That was earlier today? That wasn't just now. I was wondering how the hell he gonna get out that suit in time. But then turn around, that was earlier today. Okay, match starts. Miz come out there and drop one of the wackest promos I've ever heard. Bro, that boy's promo was practically a plea for someone to come out there. He was hoping Linda McMahon herself would have showed up on that stage and been like, Miz, it's only one way you're going to get that championship back, and that's if you gobble on my mouth. Because it wasn't going to happen, bro. You were just a transitional champion. We had to get rid of that Money in the Bank suitcase because we might not be having Money in the Bank this year, hopefully. I hope we don't. If you do, it better be working.
They don't do it right. They don't do it right.
So let's get that Money in the Bank thing off you. We ain't want to just go ahead. We ain't got time to be just, degrade. Somebody probably didn't want to degrade the Money in the Bank anymore by making him just lose if he cashed in. So they made him win, keeping the Money in the Bank tradition alive. That's cool. But you expecting to keep it given the conditions of the superstars around you. You had Sheamus, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, pretty a bunch of people that you shouldn't have been in that match with. You know what I'm saying? That's why you wasn't in it.
Cesaro, you had a bunch of motherfuckers.
So yeah, bro, you wasn't finna hold that title long, especially coming up on WrestleMania. If you made it to WrestleMania, the only thing you would have got out of it is going into WrestleMania as the champion.
Because you was taking that L, homeboy. We wasn't finna repeat 2010 over again. Fuck that.
And even if you might have been there, you might have made it to Fastlane, but you were losing. It didn't matter how long it was gonna take. It didn't matter that your ass had cramps like a woman. It didn't matter that you was that you felt that you cheated. You come on, bro. You took the coward's way out. Yeah, you came out. Yeah, you got in the ring. Yeah, the match started. Yeah, you using the rules to try to your favor and but you don't. Come on, dude. Even if you would have got to next week with that title on your way, Bobby still would have killed your ass. You know what I'm saying? You would have never got rid of him. Eventually, somewhere down the line, you were gonna take that loss to either Drew, Bobby, or not Sheamus anymore because he out. But definitely, you would have been taking that loss to Drew. Which it was gonna end with Drew and Bobby at WrestleMania. You weren't there, nigga. You ain't on the board. Did you see? You ain't there. We set the matches in stone, nigga. You ain't in them. So Yeah, you can come out here and cut your little shit ass promo, dude. That shit was garbage. It was a waste of time. I'm glad that he got beat down again, dude. You know what I'm saying? That nigga like Bobby Lashley brutalized me. He brutalized me after the match, and he has no repercussions. You just got the opportunity to get repercussions, nigga. You know what I'm
You ain't
saying?
do it. You
What
ain't do it.
happened, dude? So yeah, you in that shit. Bobby Lashley smacked your ass. That we wipe under the rug. You go because Drew already gave his heartfelt speech on how he felt about the events over the last 2 weeks. About how he felt that Bobby Lashley let the Miz come out there. Bobby Lashley come out there, beat me up, and let the Miz cash in on me, and then beat the Miz up and got my title. You took the coward's way out. Storyline. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Build. You know what I'm saying? Okay, WrestleMania build, and you already giving it to us. That's how fast they swept your ass under the rug. They let that boy cut that promo that same night. That same night, he wiped Sheamus' ass out. But Sheamus say, nigga, you ain't done with me yet. So we don't know what's going on. We might be getting the Celtic Warrior versus the whatever the hell Drew
Sinister
McIntyre.
Scotsman.
Who?
The Sinister Scotsman, if that's what he's still being
No,
called.
he's gonna be Braveheart. And and we got the Almighty WWE Champion at WrestleMania and Triple Threat match. There'll be a lot of beef in that ring, and I wouldn't mind watching.
You think it's gonna be a triple threat?
I don't think it will be, but I would like to see a Triple Threat match since Sheamus say he ain't done with the man. You ain't done with me. Sheamus is still mad. Maybe they gonna go at it again next week in a number one contenders match, solidifying it. Okay. I wouldn't mind seeing another Drew Sheamus match, considering the way that one ended.
Okay. And moving on. Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman.
You seen it coming. Shane can't seem to not poke a bear.
You see this? It seems like Shane seems like he's that one dude that seems like he's that one friend in your group that's always got to start the shit.
Spoiled rich kid.
Always getting his ass beat.
He's still playing that spoiled rich kid, and he's like 50 years old.
You're playing a spoiled rich kid, and you're finna have grandkids, bro.
You know
like,
what
stop.
I'm saying? Like you out here putting yourself in the hands of one of the world's strongest men. You know what I'm saying? Like this man's been a strongman competition. He literally break men like you in half, nigga, like pretzels, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You want to sit there and what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like
calling this man stupid on national television and shit. Get the hell out of here, bro. Like we know you itching for a fight. You've been picking at this man for the last couple weeks. Braun and pinned on to it. They playing on to it. It's going into WrestleMania. It's going into WrestleMania. Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon, and a fucking just so Shane can throw himself off of something high again. So that WWE can say, "Hey, we got our own Darby Allin too."
Just 50 years old. We've been doing it. Speaking of WrestleMania, quick question: the Raw Tag Team Champions and the Raw Tag Team Championships. Do you see the Hurt Business, meaning Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander? Do you see them fighting the New Day at WrestleMania for those tag team championships?
I think they fighting them next week for them, man.
Yes, but here's why I asked that. Is because I thought at this point in time we were going to be seeing Retribution finally getting some spotlight, getting some shine in the tag team division, and yet that's the one thing we haven't seen. Now, do you think that they're going to continue with the New Day, or do you think that this is WWE's opportunity to take Retribution, might possibly go in there and beat the hell out of both those teams while they're in the middle of that match and make that claim as to why they should be having a tag team match, if not Fastlane, at WrestleMania? What do you think?
I think Retribution is too hit and miss right now. They're kind of spotty, just because I know Mustafa Ali got a championship match next week against Riddle for the United States Championship.
Mm-hmm.
A win, and I'd say yes. A win, and I'd say yes. Our leader has captured gold, nigga. We are invigorated. We are remotivated, nigga. We are redriven, nigga. Let's go out here and show them the real side of Retribution. Let them boys slap whoever it is, Mace and what's his cat T-Bar. Let them boys go out there and AOP dudes. You know what I'm saying? Let them go out there and just they bigger than they clearly bigger than Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. You know, shit, Cedric Alexander, but Shelton Benjamin just lost that last night against fucking Xavier Woods, and it's one thing. It's a good thing that Xavier Woods is popular now because that hurt, especially if you're a champion. You know what I mean? It's you losing against Xavier Woods. That's you lost against the new day. You took a loss before a championship match. Your men, you know what I mean? Our leader next week will win a championship match, which would be fucking crazy if he did, dude. Like, if he picks up a championship win next week, then you have no choice but to throw his people into the mix.
So, do you think it's going to be a one-on-one match, or do you see you're going to see a possible triple threat at WrestleMania? Because I don't think that because honestly, I don't think between the New Day, Retribution, and the Hurt Business.
I think it's going to be one-on-one because I don't see Retribution. One, I don't see Ali winning this match, but I hope he does because it'll be a change. If he doesn't, it's back to the drawing board for him. They lost last week. They lost last week. Ali won, but he lost. Slapjack lost last night. You see what I'm saying? The only person that's picking up wins is the leader, and they need to get motivated. A championship win to do that. A championship win to bring the fire out of it. Why the hell you got this woman standing here? Shouldn't she be over here spitting in Charlotte's face or something? You know what I'm saying?
Her and maybe two other chicks backstage probably be
Rhea Ripley finna come around. Rhea Ripley finna show up here next week or so. Before, I'm sure after Fastlane, Rhea's showing up. That's what this whole shit about. We got one more week of this fucking promos for Rhea Ripley. She probably riding high right now. She'll be here. Cut me loose. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go do her thing, dude. Let her go. Let her stack that division. That division needs help, and you ain't helping it by keeping her tagged up with these losers. No offense, guys. Just saying, that's what y'all doing. Y'all losing. This whole thing is all about. It's not coming into nothing. If he don't win next week, they back to the drawing board. All of them. And what you gonna try to enforce yourself? Only way y'all can impose yourself on that, y'all go out there and beat both of them niggas. Beat them all up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the only way y'all do. Yeah, I see that. Go beat them all up. It'll have to happen at Fastlane. Ruin that match, nigga. Fuck, nigga. We going out there as soon as the bell ring. Yeah, I ain't supposed to be out here, nigga. In that shit. We ain't in this match. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can go ahead and make it a triple threat. Nah, we don't want it right now, nigga. We want it at WrestleMania. But we want our match right now. Fine, y'all can wrestle, but shit, we still want a match at WrestleMania. Whether y'all anyway, it's a triple threat or not, Retribution will be in a match at WrestleMania because of what we did. Both of y'all mad, so y'all gonna want one of y'all coming, or both of y'all coming. So we could take this again on over to WrestleMania, make it a ladder match or something. You know what I'm saying? There you go. So boom, there you go. Stop playing around. We sitting here doing this right in front of you, but y'all sitting here rubbing your head. We don't understand. Oh, we don't understand. I don't know how to book this match. I don't get it. I don't get it.
All right. Moving on to the next subject. Nia Jax. And that damn Shayna Baszler.
With Reggie.
With Reggie.
Whom she
that I'm not related to. I am not related to.
Who she carried out that motherfucker like a baby after the match.
Could you imagine being a grown-ass man?
Getting carried out of there by
a woman.
Jax. She hoisted that man up on her shoulder with 2 tag team championships in this hand and walked to the ramp. Who the champion? What's the championship? Him or the
right? First of all, how much does this bitch squat? 2, what's a secret? And 3, how are you a grown ass man and allow somebody a woman to just carry you out like that, bro? Like, I'm sorry. That's got to do that. That will fuck me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? A woman just hoist me up on her, come here, little motherfucker, and then just hoist me up on her shoulder like that, and then just walk and don't lose stride or nothing. You know how tiny of a
Stepping over stairs and shit.
yeah, that would emasculate me so bad, bro. Like I understand it's entertainment. I get it. I'm just, I'm just saying, like that's got to make you feel a little bitty. You know what I'm saying?
We knew what he was though. We knew what was gonna happen. I knew what was gonna happen. He's kind of cute, man. All you looking at now, I feel like you kind of look at him as a person. If he was on the right team, like you got to think he came in, he was paired up with Carmelo.
Mm-hmm.
He was already gonna lose, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You had to step out and shine. That's what he was doing. He was stepping out. He was stepping out for behind her because she ain't winning, nigga. I want to let you treat me like this, and your ass ain't even winning the championships. Bitch, I'm gonna try to get with Sasha. She couldn't get with Sasha. He couldn't get with Sasha. My bad. So now he done been swapped over to some champions who would need his services to retain.
To me,
just in time. My bad.
To me, no, I'm just saying. I was just gonna comment. To me, he's like R-Truth and James Ellsworth combined into one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he's got the comedy of R-Truth, but they treat him like James Ellsworth because they treat him like a punch
him around and shit.
You know you know what I mean?
Like so he out there fucking costing, he interfering in the match and pretty much end up getting Lana choke bombed and fingered. I don't know if anybody saw that, but.
I definitely would have liked to.
Yeah, I don't think it happened right in front of the camera. I was like,
"Sorry, Miro."
Seriously? I was like, "Seriously, dude? Come on!" Like, I don't know if I don't look at that hard, but because it was right there. Dude. It was right there. You couldn't you couldn't miss it. The cameraman was like, "Holy shit! See that shot?" I'm sure that's what he said. Because if I was a cameraman, that's what I'd have said. Holy shit! You see that shot? That was it. That was it. But
that's the money shot, baby.
Yeah, she took that pin and that was that. We kind of knew that was gonna happen. Sweep y'all's ass under the rug. On to the next.
Speaking of sweeping under the rug, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke,
who seem to have just thought in their minds, their little blonde minds, to want to declare a shot at Asuka, who still ain't show up last night.
I don't think that orthodontist work is
that shit he must do. She lost more than enough. She lost about that much. Oh God, that's everything, dude. Yeah, she lost all that, son.
Like a puss, like a motherfucker.
She lost all that, son. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised she come back in fucking rivalry with fucking Shayna Baszler or some shit. That'd be a good thing after Shayna and them lose, whatever the fuck, they split up, and Asuka like, bitch, you remember me, like, you cost me my fronts, so I had to come back looking like Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Empress of Tomorrow and shit. Yeah,
you got a grill and shit on my
Asuka, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah. And that's honestly how this Raw made me feel. Like I said, with the whole Bobby Lashley not being celebrated, even though y'all said y'all was gonna celebrate him. No fireworks, no nothing.
I mean, he had that entrance. His
entrance was badass. I will give him that.
His little package that they had together, him destroying everybody he didn't came through up to this moment and getting this little 3D thing like Roman and them got. You know what I'm saying? That was legit. It was all legit. I thought they was gonna change the music or something. I was like, oh come on! I was just getting used to the music. But then
don't change his music. I like Bobby.
Then it came
Roman's music needs to change.
All right, yeah. Roman needs to change. He should drop his head of the table. I don't know.
All he know now is
he need to carry this head of the table thing somewhere that needs to be elevated. Something needs to happen. You need to be a Brock Lesnar or something. I mean, something. Well, yeah. You need to be somebody or something. You need to be the Rock up. You need to be the Rock up. You know. AJ Styles called out Randy Orton. I mean, Randy Orton called out AJ Styles. That was the main event. That was the main event.
Which is a WrestleMania quality match, people. If y'all think I'm lying, was that on WrestleMania, 2 years ago now? Randy Orton and AJ Styles 1-on-1?
Oh, then you had the Drew McIntyre thing. Yeah, I can't believe that was the main event.
AJ Styles and Randy Orton can main event any one of my
Yeah.
wrestling shows. I'm telling you that right
Okay,
now.
but I figured they would have I mean, like I say, you figured like you said, it would have been a celebration of Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? Like
Which
Bobby
they
Lashley
did
should have
again with him.
celebrated in the ring. He should have cut a promo in the back. He should have wrestled at the end of the show.
If not at all, bro, I'd have just had him just looking down on all the competition and shit. You know what I mean? I mean, if you had to throw the Miz match in that, cool. But I wouldn't have started the show like you said. I wouldn't have started the show off with that. I would have started off with him being celebrating confetti, fireworks, pyro, all that shit. Get that dominant promo in the ring live, and then have the Miz talking shit. You know what? You talking that shit? I'm gonna meet you at the end of the night. Have him smash the Miz, and then have motherfuckers lift him up on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Or have another big pyro party at the end. You know what I'm saying? So that is motherfucker drinking champagne, all that shit.
Yeah. That would have been. I mean, it'd have been good to see it a little. If it felt a little underwhelming, you know what I'm saying? On Bobby's on the part of being a champion, because I'm sure that you would, but just a couple of weeks before, this nigga Drew couldn't stay off damn TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now that the belt been swapped over, I'm sure you gave Miz more TV time as the champion than you gave Bobby last night.
Which is sad, but I don't know. But what's with the? Here's my thing with Randy Orton. Can somebody please answer me this? What the hell is with this black goo?
I don't know, man. I think it's what they're saying.
It looks like Darth Vader released the Force all in this man's mouth whenever he does that. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I would think that this. I know what it's signifying. I just don't know how to explain it. I know what it's doing because Randy would like to think that he killed the Fiend or he got rid of the Fiend, but you clearly can see that. I would say that this is some kind of weird transition of Randy or the Fiend being reborn through Randy or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's spewing out this black shit, and one day it's come the end or whatever. Eventually, all that he gonna spew out enough of that shit to where he eventually gonna spew out the Fiend. You know what I'm saying? And then that's gonna be like the rebirth or some shit or some crazy shit. I can see it happening like that because they're telling this shit like a fucking horror movie. You know what I'm saying? Week after week, this boy can't stop spitting up blood. He trying to remain. It's like he's trying to remain that sadistic heel that he always has been, but maybe he at some point this is that line that he didn't know he should have crossed or something or whatever.
He done ran across that one motherfucker that's just as bad as you,
or even worse. That like he didn't took this, or this person was even into a worse magic or worse. You know what I mean? He was deeper into the shit because now come on, bro. Week after week, this is like the third or fourth week in a row. Alexa Bliss has set in a demonic circle. I'm starting to think that. Yeah, I'm starting to think that she might be actually indulging in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's.
I mean, bro, it's the WWE.
It's weird, dude. It's weird to see it like that. Like she and that casting voodoo spells on this man. You know what I mean? And she transferred the soul of the Fiend into Randy Orton, and not not even realizing it. By him setting the Fiend on fire, he opened himself up to become the Fiend. I don't know where y'all going with it, but it better be good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, better have a better ending than what AEW pulled with Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega.
But AJ Styles picking up that win over Randy Orton, I don't know where it's going to throw him. I don't know if it's going to throw him into a title picture later down the line or if it's going to throw him into a title picture with Matt Riddle. I don't know. I don't know. We need to figure out where that goes. It just don't need to be a win over Randy Orton because now you just degrading both superstars.
Because AJ Styles is too great. Even now, at this stage of his career, AJ Styles is still damn good. He's still one of the best wrestlers in the world, if not arguably the best wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah, if you want to give him another United States Championship run, that's fine with me. The new belt.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him have another world title run either. You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
true.
He's still that damn good, man.
You have to get that mobility. That won't happen until he'd have to literally go. He'd literally have to go to SmackDown.
Go right back to SmackDown.
Yeah, he go right back to SmackDown. Nigga, the house that he built, come on back. Nigga, it's my house, Roman. It may be your house, but I'm sitting at the head of the table.
And this time have AJ win. You understand what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't mind seeing that
See, we
again.
just did it again for you guys.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. And then look, it gave you something to do with Omos too. Whenever Jay Uso try to come up in there, you got big 7'7" Omos and that motherfucker to come wreck shop. You know what I'm saying? To watch his back. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gives you something to do with him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I don't want to say I don't want this to be the end of AJ Styles. I think he still got one. He's got at least one good championship run left. At the very least one, if not two. He's got a good 4 or 5 great years left in him, and I don't want to see him become a footnote. I want to honestly, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind seeing AJ Styles win that Money in the Bank this year. You understand what I'm saying? To
Mm-hmm.
give him something to do.
It'd be another elevation of the Money in the Bank. I wouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? He can be Mr. Money in the Bank, the phenomenal Money in the Bank, the phenomenal Money in the Bank holder, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Give it to him
yeah.
because he a threat.
He's
That's a
all he
threat.
should always be. He
He
should
a
always
threat.
be a championship threat. I don't relegate him to the mid card either. I mean, I understand why you do it because you may want to put over that next, elevate the title and put over that next person that's going to win it.
And
But AJ Styles should always be sniffing around that world championship, whatever show he goes to. He should always be
why
around
does
that.
it feel like that that Money in the Bank can only be relegated to one show? It's like if you on this show, you can only be the threat to this championship. Nigga, that don't say that in this contract. That say any world championship whenever I want, nigga. Nigga,
Y'all do the Royal Rumble winners. It's the same way y'all should do
yeah.
money, and that's why Money in the Bank has lost his allure. I think I'm gonna. Ray, we should do a whole Benny. We should do a whole nother video on that,
I'm
like shit
trying to
like
tell
that. See what I'm talking about? Shit like that is why the Money in the Bank. Why the Money in the Bank doesn't feel as special as it did. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to give it all away in this video, but
Yeah.
you get it.
Yeah, that shit. That shit's. It's like this is why you can see, and you see how fast these motherfuckers are showing up after they leave WWE. You want to know why I think that is? I think it's because nigga, they don't like they let their contracts end.
Don't resign.
Yeah,
Just
you know,
like NBA
just
players.
let them
Just like
hoes
NBA
end.
players.
Nigga, that way you can't say I ain't got no kind of weight. My contract ended. You didn't put this in my clause at first. Don't try to. I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm down. I'm out. I ain't got to wait to go somewhere else. It's been nice working with you, but I'm out.
Just like NBA players. Look, instead of me just, well, I want to trade, I want to trade. You know what? My contract's up in the year. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna play this contract out, and after that, the bid war continues. Either y'all gonna pay me my money and put me on TV, or I'm gonna go somewhere else and do it over there.
Especially if AJ say that he planned on making the WWE his end. He
That's
definitely
what he
gonna need
say.
more runs. He definitely gonna need some more runs if he talking about making the end of his career at WWE.
But then again, bro, we gotta ask this too. Maybe does AJ Styles want that? You understand what I'm saying? It's not a matter of fact if he can, does he want that?
Does he
This
want
may
what?
be AJ Styles saying, you know what, I don't want to be champion right now because I want to spend more time at home with my family. Could that play into why AJ Styles is kind of, you understand what I'm saying? Because he's in his mid 40s. You understand what I'm saying? He don't look like it, but he's in his mid 40s. He's got a whole entire family. You understand what I'm saying? Could that be him? Just, you know what? Let them get some shine. I'll fill in when y'all want me to fill in, but I don't want no major roles right now because I want to get closer to my family. Could that be it?
I don't think so. I honestly I don't think so. I think that AJ Styles is biding his time like Bobby bided his time. Because when Bobby came back, nigga, we for sure thought we was lost after the sister thing. After the sister thing, I thought we were done. When it became Leo Rush pointing at his ass all week, every week, I thought we was on our way out. You know what I'm saying? I could sense the frustration. You know, but
He was. It wasn't until MVP saved his career. And again, much respect and shout out to MVP, bro, because he didn't only save Bobby Lashley's career, but he saved his own. He saved Shelton Benjamin's and Cedric Alexander's, and he has built a dynasty right there with the Hurt Business.
Is it any coincidence that this is the second time that MVP has led Bobby Lashley to World Heavyweight Gold?
Not at all.
Because
this is not because he did it in TNA.
TNA when he showed up.
Show the fuck
beat
did.
Bobby Roode for the TNA champion World Heavyweight
and
Championship.
He was right there.
He showed up with his crew with Samoa Joe and Eric Young and them came out there and they all rolled on Bobby Roode ass. And then even though Bobby was taking him to the limit, that match between him and Bobby was fucking way like Bobby was sweating. Bobby was sweating. I'm talking about sweating. He bleed from the mouth. I think he passed out from the crossface. Dude, yeah, bro, it was a good
People go
match.
watch that Bobby Roode and Bobby
Yeah,
Lashley match
from
for the TNA
TNA.
World
Yeah.
Championship, man. That is a damn good
My
match,
boy
man.
MVP showed up over there then and got him the gold shoot. He got him right back at the top again. So
Didn't they have the beatdown crew, which wasn't nothing but the Hurt Business over there with
yeah, but
Kenny
it wasn't.
King,
Yeah,
Bobby
I don't know
Lashley.
if was Bobby a part of it.
Yes,
Yes,
the
was Bobby.
beatdown crew. It was Kenny
Okay,
King, Bobby Lashley, MVP. I want to say they had somebody else, but I could be wrong. I think
okay.
it was just them three
What's that
at the
boy name?
time.
What was the MMA fighter?
Kenny King was one of
No,
them.
I know Kevin King was one of them, but it was it another MMA
I
fighter?
think it was another guy. I don't remember. Y'all let me know in the comment section if it
Yeah,
was somebody
drop
else.
that
I
down
got to go
below.
back
Let
and
us
look.
know what's going on here. You know, the
But
history.
yeah,
These are shows that we did watched, but we just didn't pay enough attention to. It was hard to.
hmm
But
yeah. I think honestly, I think Bobby Lashley and MVP go together like Brock Lesnar and
oh
Paul
yeah,
Heyman
oh yeah,
together.
because
They
Bobby
just do.
MVP always had a mouthpiece, and he was always destined. That's why he can. I think, and I don't consider. But here's Paul. Here's MVP. It's not that much of a difference.
It's not the
It's
only reason.
not.
The only reason why Paul got that over MVP is because Paul's been doing it longer. Paul's been doing it longer, and
Because
Paul has
MVP
been.
style of doing MVP style is I'm gonna call your ass out.
hmm
Did you see that? Are you fucking serious? That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of activist type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Paul's just like, you really don't want to piss off my client
hmm
because I'm not gonna be responsible for what my client does.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like nigga, think logical, nigga. Come on,
Uh-huh.
it is good.
Nah.
It works.
So yeah, I just had to give out a shout out to MVP because I met him when
Yeah.
they did a show down here in Galveston in 2014. Shook his hand and everything. He's a great guy, man.
Shit, he's come to Booker's.
Yeah, he's been over
He's
there in
been to
Texas City
ROW right up the street from
with
me.
ROW Booker T school. So he's an all around great guy, man. Class act, man. One of the best people I've ever met. Even that short interaction I had with him, man. He's a great guy, man. I nothing but the best. So congratulations to you, bro. And I'm gonna make a bold statement right here. I truly do believe that because of not only the work he's done in the ring, though I know he's never won any world championships that I know of. I believe that his work as a manager, if he keeps
MVP?
it up, MVP, yes,
Yeah.
MVP should be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he ever won any world championships, but he's been
No,
the
he's
longest
won
reigning.
championships. He's
He
won
was
championships.
the longest reigning United States champion.
He's won championships. Put some respect on his name. He's got some in ring
ROH. Oh,
credibility.
he was ROH champion, I believe.
I'm talking about like on a major. Not to say ROH isn't major, but I'm talking about in terms of AEW, WWE, Impact. You understand what I'm saying?
He was in New Japan for a little bit, but I don't know if he won anything over there.
But yeah, but with the in ring accomplishments he does have, and then now the work he's doing as a manager with Bobby Lashley, he's literally resurrecting careers and making diamonds with people that we thought weren't even going to last. I believe that if he keeps this up, MVP should be in the Hall of Fame. What do you think?
He got it. Like I say, he got it. He got Bobby. He got Bobby to bring him potential. You know, he got Jimmy Hart potential. You know what I'm saying?
He can wrestle his damn self
and
too.
he
He
can
can take a
wrestle.
pump.
Yeah. So
He can take a pump. He can perform a finisher.
yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
got
So
manager potential. There ain't nothing wrong with a lot of older wrestlers who love the business, who still want to be in the business, are doing just that. Jake the Snake with Lance Archer, Taz with Brian Cage. You know what I'm saying? Fucking
and
MVP.
I truly do believe that with Paul Heyman and now most recently with MVP and what he's doing, and now with the Tully Blanchards and all that whatnot, I truly do believe that MVP and Paul Heyman, though Paul Heyman, kept it alive, MVP not only kept it alive but resurrected it completely. They just made you realize and appreciate the importance of a great manager and what a great manager can do for a wrestler's career and for a wrestling show. You understand what I'm saying? Because for a while, wrestling didn't really have that many managers. Managers were thought as an afterthought. You understand what I'm saying? If you ask WWE, a lot of managers were just, guys collecting the money and not doing nothing because you don't know how to book them right. But when you have the right manager and a guy that knows what he's doing, look what it does. Look at what having the right man. Look at the importance of a manager. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bobby Lashley would not be world heavyweight, would not be WWE champion right now had it not been for the mouthpiece and the manager skills. Because he would have been looked right over.
That's all. As dominant as he's been, has been become all over the months. Even before he got with Bobby, when he threw the shit with Lana and Leo Rush. You know what I'm saying? That he was still being a dominant motherfucker. The shit, you know what I mean? This ain't for Bobby's always been dominant. It's just
He
they
needed
needed something
MVP.
that he. It's like something, yeah. I think what it is, and I don't know why they would think that. They probably just don't think that he got the that he as by himself he can, you know, I don't know, mic skills. I don't know. I mean, I know his one flaw, but here lately, nigga, he's been tightening that shit up. He didn't stumble
Mhm.
not one time last night.
And I don't want to hear shit about he ain't got mic skills. Cause last time I checked, have you heard Brock Lesnar talk and give a promo? That
And that's why I
motherfucker
say it
started
can't
with
be
Mike
Mike
Tyson.
skills. Why y'all didn't want to give him a chance? Because each time y'all didn't try to push him, you had somebody talking for him. You had Leo Rush talking for him. You had Lana talking for him. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit until he started telling her to shut up. You know what I mean? It did shit. Now you got MVP talking for him, but you also have not MVP working with him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. MVP don't just talk for him; he works alongside him. If he need to get in the ring and take a hit, he gonna take it,
Mm.
and he gonna let Bobby pick up the pieces, which is fine.
Which is why I say MVP, like I Hall of Fame. If he keeps this up and they just don't fuck it up, WWE, leave him alone, let him have their time. MVP could definitely be in the Hall of Fame as a manager because I don't think it's just Bobby Lashley that he has managerial, that he could take to the. It's not just Bobby Lashley he can take to the next level. I can see MVP going into a locker room full of people that nobody could think could be a star and can pick one. You know what I'm saying? And be like, you know what? Give me that guy right there, and I can at least take him to the mid card. You understand what I'm saying? I believe he's got that kind of potential as a manager, just with the mic skills, his presence, and then if the guy has any in ring ability, there you go. You got yet another star you can build with. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say MVP. Even though he's getting the praise now, man, he's very underrated. I don't think people appreciate the brilliance of MVP because he can take somebody that nobody was looking at twice and turn them into a WWE champion. You understand what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion on it. That's just me. Well, anything else you got to say about the show, my guy?
Shoot, I think that's about it, man. I mean, like I said, it wasn't that much of a show without the champion around him, as far as I'm concerned. But I think this show served to tie up loose ends. We cutting off. We after Fastlane, we are officially going into WrestleMania, and I think that this show was the beginning of the end of a bunch of rivalries that need to end. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, number one contenders match at Fastlane. That needs to happen. You need to have. I don't know what's gonna happen next week with Matt Riddle. I don't know what's gonna happen next week with the tag team championships. But whatever happens, it's definitely gonna lead into Fastlane and end in Fastlane, or go through Fastlane into WrestleMania. Fastlane is also gonna be a stage to build, to start building. You know how we got to do. We got to get rid. We not at this show and end it. Let's get much tomorrow night. As boy, most of them tonight. That night is the start of the road to WrestleMania. That's it. This is we going into the hoo ha. That's it. Sasha Banks gonna lose all the teeth on there on because Bianca Belair gonna tin can her. Told you I was the EST.
Not the BEST.
Yeah, right. Done with that shit. So yeah, I'm just hoping to see. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just ready to see what we're going into. The shows have been decent. I'm like I said the other day. I'm glad to talk. I feel good to be able to talk about wrestling again. Feels good to be able to talk about wrestling. And now that we going doing this, it feels great. I enjoy it. And if you enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage y'all sub. Share with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? We stream too. We'll leave those links down below to our Twitches because apparently I've heard somebody say we can't even talk about Twitch on YouTube. So we
Oh
stream.
God.
We stream in other places. So and we stream here. So we talk about this stuff. So drop the sub, hit that like button and that bell so you'll know when we talking about this kind of stuff and you can get
Soon as
in
we
on
go
this
live.
conversation.
Soon as we go live, you get that notification. Hit that bell. Make
So
sure it's great. Make sure the bell and the word subscribe is great.
yeah. Yes. It say subscribed. with a D on it.
Used to say subscribe. They don't need to grade with the little shit that coming on.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Sorry that the video was a little bit longer than we anticipated, but you know what? We love talking wrestling. You know what I mean?
I've seen videos go longer.
You know what I'm saying? And like they say, when you enjoy what you talk about it all day long. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm your man, Rage King. That's my man, Bearded Beanie Guy. That's my brother right there, Bearded Beanie Guy. Go subscribe to his channel, Bearded Beanie Guy. You see it right there on the screen. Be sure to subscribe to my channel as well, Rama Rage TV. We talk wrestling. We talk games. We play games. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real, and we always keep it real at 100% of the time. You understand what I'm saying? Take a look. Look at the Pizza collection.
Got the Nintendo controllers. I drink a lot, but yeah.
All right, man. I'm your man, Rage King. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Beanie, anything you got left to say to the folks, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. That's the most important thing. That subscribe and that bell button. Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Do it.
Right?
Do it.
No. Do it. Nah, I'm gonna put the. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Stay blessed, man. Wear your mask. Wear your fucking
Wear
mask.
them.
Peace.
Peace.